big sensation.
Machin has just been crowned our Women's BDO World Darts Trophy champion after a massive weekend, and it's been a big one. It's time for the men's final. It is big fan favourite Daryl Fitton against the Australian dark horse Peter Machin for the last time. Let's join our commentators Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Thoroughly looking forward to this one. All the experience of Daryl Fitton, who's thrown really well here this weekend, and Peter Machin, not exactly unknown, but certainly one of the less heralded players in the draw, and he's come all the way through. He's a phlegmatic type and a real tough cookie. It could be a very good final. Let's get them to the stage now with Richard Ashdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 Sports Direct BDO World Trophy men's final. Nick Rolls is your referee for this best of 25 leg finale. We're live at the lakeside. It's Darts on Dave. It's through time. We now introduce our Australian regional qualifier. He's the reigning Pacific Masters and Australian Grand Masters champion. He's from Adelaide. It's Peter Machin! We now bring to the stage a twice Lakeside World Championship semi-finalist, a former Winmore World Masters finalist, a former British Open, Dutch Open and Finder Darts Masters champion. It's England's Dazzler, Daryl Fitton!
Tremendously popular Daryl Fitton, and threw very well in accounting for Jamie Hughes in the semi-finals. Peter Machin, as I've said, a phlegmatic sort of character, coming through against Dean Reynolds, who's actually sitting just in front of us and watching this final. He'd be disappointed not to be there, but it'd be a bit of a life changer for Peter Machin if he could win this one. Daryl Fitton, masses of experience, 54 years old, 12 years the older man. Peter Machin from South Australia, lives in Adelaide. And as I said earlier, Jeff Smith, who knows a little bit about coming over as an underdog, the Canadian, he said, fear the man who has nothing to lose. Well, Peter Machin, you could say, is that man. Daryl Fitton, as I say, played really well, Chris, against Jamie Hughes. He's had his fitness problems, though. He's got a bit of a dodgy hip, and I just wonder whether that, the fact he's had so many legs and so much stage action during the course of the day, whether that might be a factor. But he's certainly thrown very, very well thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. There's very little in the stats to really suggest who's going to win this, apart from the experience aspect and the fact that Daryl's been there so many times before. But both averaging a shade under 90 for the tournament. 29 140s for Machin, 30 for Fitton, and both got 10 180s apiece. Finishing stats, 38% Machin, 35 for Fitton.
This is the Sports Direct BDO World Trophy men's final. First leg, it's Peter to throw first. Game on.
So Machin has the darts. The stats are pretty level, and the bookies haven't exactly come down heavily one way or the other. They've got Fitton a very narrow favourite, around about 11 to 8 on. And on the site we checked on, Peter Machin quoted at 21 to 20, so it's not too far off a pick and match.
Yeah, pretty much how I see it as well.
What a great start.
A race to 13 legs, the final. So I don't think Machin would have ever played a match of this distance. And I tell you what you are going to find, they're going to be up there for such a long time. So look at the heat will also play its part in this one, because it's very warm on that stage.
If you've been tweeting in your
41.
support over the weekend, or indeed your criticism if you think that there's something which doesn't quite fit, thank you very, very much for your feedback, whether it's come to us directly or to Dave as a network. I know it's been principally favourable, and we appreciate your feedback. Thank you very much indeed. Another good throw, another good visit there from Fitton.
Also well done to our referees. Nick Rolls up there at the moment, Anthony Dundas and Marco Meyer. A special mention to our MC for this
44.
event, little Richard Ashdown, and our spotter and general encyclopedia, Jacques Newla.
Fitton's on a finish. The Machin throw immediately under a wee bit of pressure. Poker-faced Australian.
60.
They're quite wild, those threes. Usually,
61.
if he's not in the 60s, he's all over it. Maybe a bit of early nerves.
Arguably the biggest final that he's been in this.
Biggest match of his life. Potentially a real game changer for his career.
Well, he has ambitions, of course, like every darts player. He would dearly love to get here and play in the Lakeside, in the Lakeside World Championship coming up in January. And wouldn't it be a real boost if he could go in with a victory in this behind him? But Darryl hasn't had a major success himself for some time. German Open winner in 2014. And my goodness, he'd like to take this out to get an ideal start to the match. No finish for Machin on 174, so he'll come back if he misses this double 18, which he doesn't. What a start! A 115 check out to go one up.
15 dart leg.
Second leg, it's Darryl to throw first. Game on.
It's the dream start for Fitton.
Absolutely.
A couple of 140s and a nice big finish will settle him right down.
It's a long haul, best of
96.
25 legs. Should it go to 12 apiece, then it carries on and they have to win by 2 clear legs. If it goes 41. To 14 all, then they bull up for a decider. Be pretty late if it goes to that.
Be around midnight. Not the quickest players in the world, are they?
140.
No, Fitton's really started like a man on a mission, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, where other players, especially young Dean Reynolds, would have been affected by the pace of the match, I don't think Fitton will be. We spoke about this before we went on air.
58.
Yeah, Reynolds, I think,
a real rhythm player, isn't he?
Yeah, he struck. For instance.
Yeah.
Had a long chat. He was having a long heart-to-heart afterwards from Martin Adams, who's so much of a mentor to a lot of these players in the BDO, and I know Martin thinks an awful lot of Dean Reynolds.
He was visibly, you know, upset after the final. Well, I say upset, disappointed, and rightly so. But like I said to him, it's not the end, 50. It's the beginning.
Well, I think he's down with his mates, sitting in the VIP area, not too far away from where we're commentating. Stayed on to watch this. There were a few happy, slightly beery chants of Dino as I was walking across the lakeside to get up to our hutch here on the balcony.
Up to the sauna. Oh, yeah. Another ton plus finish.
He's got the hard part. Oh, Now he's got to get double 10.
100.
A little bit of a shake of the head.
Bit of an exhibition shot. Bit early for that, Darryl. We've seen his great mate up there doing a bit of an exhibition shot in the break we had earlier against
174.
Tim Vine, finishing 100 on 2 balls.
Tony O'Shea, the old show-off. Exhibition partners, of course, Tony and Darryl.
Yeah,
10's then for 2-0. Good dart.
Got a fabulous show, those two.
Darryl Fitton.
Real good fun.
Third leg, it's Peter to throw first. Game on.
He's been altogether more low-key though through the weekend, hasn't he, Darryl? He's kept a low profile. He's absolutely had his game head on.
Yes, he has. Yep. Sat in the corner, minding his own business.
Yep. No wisecracking, no centre of attention sort of antics.
100.
Sometimes he likes to be at the centre of the crowd in the big hotel here, but he's taken himself away and made his preparations quietly, and so far it seems to be reaping dividends.
Absolutely.
54.
I presume the winner of this event not only picks up the trophy and the prize money and the accolades that go with it, but previously, if it's still the case, as it was for Geert de Vos, the winner gets a place in the Grand Slam of Darts.
95.
Another potential payday.
Which Darryl has played in the past.
Yep.
He was in one of our early ones over on ITV, wasn't it?
Yep.
58.
Different start to this one, Darryl.
He's moving a wee bit gingerly.
$96. $137.
So big thanks to our fellow commentators, Alex Steadman and Trina Gulliver popped in and did a bit, as did Scott Waits and Jeff Smith.
174.
Of course,
Tony.
Yeah.
Andy Fordham.
Yeah, we've had them all in.
Cast of thousands, isn't it?
And of course, John Gwynn.
Great to see him.
The legend.
Great bloke, old Gwynny.
70.
You could sit and listen to his anecdotes forever, couldn't you?
Yeah, he's got some fabulous stories.
Encyclopedic memory.
Of not just darts either, that's the fascinating thing.
Double 9 to get onto the scoreboard.
Oh, double
2.
32.
But he's going to come back because Fitton back on 182. Yeah, if you want to sit and talk about cricket in the 1960s or hear about the exploits of footballers, by and large long forgotten, Gwynn is your man.
96.
Cricket, as you said,
It's a required
incredible.
4.
His memory on cricket matches and overs.
He was a decent player.
Game
Yes.
shot to the third leg. Peter Machin.
Good double.
Fourth leg, it's
And
Darryl
Machin's
going
into
first.
the match. Best of order. And they're hanging on this match. A knowledgeable crowd.
Yeah, all got their eyes on the
93.
stage. We've had 3 days, we've had really good crowds in, really enjoyed it. And like you said earlier, John, loads of positive feedback, which is great for the game. Whatever code you play in.
Good darts.
180.
First one of the match.
Peter Machin, the father of 4 from South Australia.
96.
From a darting line, his dad Brian was a good arrow propeller as well.
Yeah, you usually find that.
Your dad could play a bit,
Yes,
couldn't
he
he?
was very good. Yeah, he used to play county with Leighton Rees
42.
and Alan Evans, Bob Anderson, Mike Gregory, to name but a few. Fine player himself. Couldn't count now.
Have the Phil Taylor approach. Did he score so
96.
heavily that it doesn't matter?
Used to play pairs with Mike Gregory. A player who graced that stage many times, involved in that amazing sudden death shootout against Phil Taylor in the final.
Heck of a player, wasn't he?
137.
He pretty much won everything except the World Championships. He's still a fine player to this day, as popular as ever on the exhibition circuit.
I'm probably watching right now.
121.
Darryl thought that he should have been picking up a 180 there.
142.
Throws under a bit of pressure. 142 required, but he can't take out the big finish this time. So
W required 95.
95 for 3-1.
Should be the ball. Yep, 20 ball now. Treble 20, double 5. That's a flyer.
A loose flying 5.
Well, he's left top, so
Peter, you require
plenty
88.
of pressure on this break opportunity for Machin.
Treble 20 for double 14. Oh, he's got a 5.
Oh dear.
Oh, and treble 3. You can see from the facial expression there exactly what he thought of that.
25.
So tops for 3-1.
Darryl, you require 40.
Sid would have called that. Bag of nails.
Game shot and the fourth leg. Darryl
His son
Fitton.
has actually just released a book of his
Peter
memories with his
first.
father, Dan Waddell.
Game on.
We Had Some Laughs, it's called.
Yeah, great character. I'd like to just say posthumously as well for all those fans of Sid, how very, very kind and helpful he was to me when I first started on the commentary trail, I don't know, 10 years or so ago. He didn't have to help me, he did. Great guy.
Yeah, he was the first of the commentators I ever worked with back in the 90s on the World Match Play, and I actually
60.
prior to that we did the first ever radio broadcast, and I know you've done a bit of that. We did the Irish Masters from Rosslare on a radio station. It was Talk Sport.
And I thought that I was breaking new ground. I did it with Paul
99.
Nicholson, the world, the
right.
PDC final. Didn't realise you'd beaten me to it. How,
Sorry about that, pal.
how disappointing.
We did it with Big Cliff. A few of the
Cliff
players popped in, and the highlight was and it was
95.
televised, but the highlight was the fact that I won it.
Cliff Lazarenko. Now there's a character.
Yeah, I seen him at a big show with all the legends a few weeks ago.
How is he?
Yep, in great form. Not changed a bit.
So it could be a fairly terrifying man to go on a night out
134.
alongside.
$100.
Peter Machin says that it's simple why he's been throwing well
60.
this weekend. Says I've just prepared hard, worked hard.
Yeah, practice hard, play easy.
He doesn't get phased by playing up on the
45.
stage.
Peter, you
he
require
doesn't exactly
151.
boast that he revels in it, but he certainly says it doesn't upset him.
You can visibly see that.
Darryl Fitton chuntering away to himself while Machin was throwing there.
He's thrown 12 darts in this leg and still on 201.
Well, that 5 doesn't help greatly. That's the kiddie.
85. Peter, you require 96.
Treble 20. He's got it. Double 18 then for 3-2. Wrong side of the wire.
87.
Now then,
Darryl, you
Fitton,
require
a chance to take it against the throw,
116.
Chris.
Yes. tops for his second 10+ finish. Ooh.
76.
You know what? I just noticed that.
Peter, you
Has
require
he changed
9.
his points prior in between the semi and the final? I shall investigate that.
No
He's
score.
lost it.
Daryl,
For
you
one double
require
four
40.
and whacked it into 18. Tops then. What's he saying to him?
It might be a fly, maybe.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was talking to. I thought he was talking to Peter. I don't think.
At last.
I don't think the fly.
Some on-stage antics.
Don't think the fly's going to understand him. He might do if he gets hold of it.
20. Peter, you require 9.
Oh, he's having a look. It's something on the carpet.
Well, was.
Double four is what he needs. Excuse me.
5.
So, Fitton
Daryl, you
again.
require 20.
The interminable leg. Sometimes these can prove crucial. This is his 22nd dart he's about to throw. Double five.
Not a bad marker. Slight adjustment. Bump off.
15.
No, too much.
Peter, you require 4.
Couple of twos. Madhouse.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Peter Machin.
No worries.
Interesting for
6th leg.
Madhouse
Daryl
to
to
get
throw
in.
first. Game on.
Madhouse.
Mr. Rasma, who was in action earlier on in the weekend. One of two Lithuanians in action here. Latvia, I beg your pardon, he is.
Darius is
Darius is the Lithuanian,
he
isn't
threw
he?
some darts, didn't he, this week? Labanauskas set him up for the rest of the year.
His win against Glenn Durrant was one of the performances of the weekend.
Yes, it was. Although, had to feel for Durrant, he played his part there in a fabulous match. Yeah, they're definitely different points.
Oh, that's a maximum. His first.
11th tournament.
Glenn earlier on tweeted a picture of the darts on his TV back home and said, "This isn't exactly the bank holiday Monday I'd been envisaging."
96.
Well, neither did we.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Dino.
You'll get thrown out.
I've not got a football shirt on.
99.
Glad that I put my summer short-sleeved one on, though. It is mighty warm up here.
Certainly is. Although we are in the broom cupboard full of TV monitors.
57. Daryl, you require 88.
88 then for 4-2, and he's got time, 6 darts from here. Good dart, double four.
For full 2.
Oh,
Game
nicely
shot
done.
Daryl Fitton.
Daryl Fitton seizing the advantage before our first break, and he's outscoring Machin, and he's finishing more effectively as well, and consequently has the 2-leg cushion. And Daryl Fitton, the veteran, the experience, it's proving superior at the moment to the newcomer from Australia, Peter Machin, and it stands at 4-2. Welcome back to the Lakeside. It's finals. Already we've had Lisa Ashton, the women's champion, now the men's final, and as you can see, Daryl Fitton has the advantage, 4-2 up in this match, first to 13 taking the title. 3 more practice darts and we resume. Thoughts so far, Chris?
Yeah, it's just been a bit edgy, as expected. Machin's not really settled at all.
Seventh leg, it's Peter
only
to
at the
throw
180.
first. Game on.
Both of them having a little bit of a nightmare on their finishing. 4 from 14 equates to 29% for Fitton. 2 from 10 for Machin. So any ideas of a big average will be
48.
shattered with stats like that.
I bet Dean Reynolds is having a look at this from wherever he is and thinking, I wish Peter Machin had played like this against me.
Yeah.
60.
Well, I've had it confirmed that Darryl, in between the semi and the final, has changed his points. I know not why, but they're definitely different.
96.
How? What's the change? What's the change he's made? Do you know
Well,
the,
yeah, he
do you
was
know the
using
technicalities of it?
Yeah, he was using like a gripper type point that basically holds the darts in the board. If you
96.
Now and again you might have one that might drop out or not go into the board too cleanly, and and plus if you throw using a bit of the point as your on your finger, it just adds to that. And he's just gone to a completely smooth standard
140.
a gold point. As you can see, one of Darryl's fingers does
134.
rest on the point. A lot of players now use them. You can get ringed points, you can get smooth stone grip, you get all sorts.
Minor adjustments.
Well, yes.
Trying to get the best possible opportunity, best possible chance. Trying to keep the pressure on Machin here. Put pressure on that 117. Couple of treble 20s would be handy.
100.
Well, 100's not
Peter,
bad.
you require 117.
12 darts to here so far, Peter Machin. Treble 19 would leave him tops.
The chance now for Fitton.
51.
At these low
Darryl,
ton
you
plus
require
out shots.
111.
That 116. First leg of this match, so 11 tops.
That was a great dart. Tops then. For 111, he's already had 115.
71.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it was 115, wasn't it?
Peter, you require 66.
Ooh, 15. 51 required.
19 double 16 maybe.
Double 16 for 4-3 and a hold of throw, and he's taken
shot
it.
on the seventh
Despite
leg.
that
Peter
loose
Machin.
first
8
dart
legs,
of that
Darryl
visit.
throwing first.
Yeah, one of them at some point has to kick. Has to really rev it up.
80.
That's unlucky. You can see the indentation that left in the wire.
Fitton's found those changes in gears in his matches prior to this. Good wins, Craig Caldwell, Martin Phillips, the Welshman, Darius Labanauskas, and then Jamie Hughes.
42.
That was his path to the final.
Yeah, the Jamie Hughes game was an absolute thriller.
Thought Jamie's had a really good weekend.
Yeah, considering he didn't have the the most ideal preparation. Give him a lot
40.
of confidence. He can take a lot out of this performance. Well, his 3 performances. He's still learning his trade, is Jamie.
When did you say a peak age is for a darts
58.
player? I mean, current world champion Gary Anderson on the PDC, he's what, 44 is he now?
Yep,
45,
something like
and Scott Waits on.
'26-21 World Championship. I think it varies really. I mean, we have had young champions. Eric was a really, he blossomed really early in his career. But
Jelle Klassen was very young.
By the time he was sort of 13 or 14, Eric wasn't far off. the finished article. By the time he was 17, 18, he was full-time. But I personally think in your 30, mid-30s, I think it takes it's such a fickle game, and so many things that can go right and go wrong.
This is going right for Machin.
So a lot of it's maturity of being able to keep your head in those adverse moments.
Oh, well done. A little adjustment of the bins and slots it in for his second maximum. A bit long-sighted is Peter Machin.
Took his time there, and I'm not sure he's even trying to slow the game down a little bit. Maybe. He just rises onto the tip of his toes upon release. Few players have done that in the past.
140.
Well, it's serving him well here. It's put Fitton's throw under real pressure now. 84. Treble 14 would be the dart. Bullseye.
59.
So Machin can break back.
You require 40.
He should break back, 3 at tops.
Coming down for double 10.
Awkward. A little step across the hockey.
Great dart.
Shot and the
Quality dart.
Peter Machin. 9th
So
leg
4
is
all.
Peter to throw first. Game on.
Fitton scoring the heavier of the two, nearly 87. Machin's average just shy of 80. So, well, the standard, really need me to say, it could stand to improve a little. Checkout rates similar. That's a nice happy picture.
Yeah, 25% for Fitton. Full from 16. Full from 14 for Machin, 29%.
85.
Someone needs to hit the turbo button. Grasp this final by the scruff of the neck.
$57.
Wide darts that Machin uses. As we were talking about during his semi-final, if you were with us earlier. Look at the difference in the girth of the barrel. Compare
55.
that with Fitton's.
I'll let you say his name, John, because I don't want to mess it up. And what does that say on that sign?
My Japanese is not particularly good.
97.
Probably something very witty. Hope it wasn't naughty.
Maybe it says the ninja will be back.
The ninja's time will come. He's a good throw when he's on his game.
Yes, he is.
$55.
Well, Fitton's got a bit of an opportunity here. 140 would serve him well. Oh dear.
He's done that a few times now.
$29.
Well, opportunity gone.
$60.
Most memorable moment of the 3 days, John, and don't say me buying a round of drinks last night. That doesn't count.
Most memorable moment.
180. Peter, you require 132.
Ball. Oh, can't do it now.
Well, most memorable moment, I suppose you're looking at something which hasn't been done before, and Lisa
46.
Ashton's brilliant performance in averaging
52.
nearly 100 and setting a new record for a high televised average. It was outstanding.
I concur.
Double
I thought that was
10.
in. So did everybody else.
Game
That
short on the 9th leg. Daryl Fitton.
That's a break.
10th leg.
You go with that, would you,
Daryl
Lisa
to
Ashton?
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Game on.
Absolute pleasure.
Well, she's thrown great all weekend,
To
hasn't she?
commentate
She's well, if she could replicate that, 98. I mean, 98 wins your tournaments
96.
in the men's game. Never
Yeah.
mind the women's game.
Certainly does. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression from Daryl. Pump himself up a little bit. Seems a little bit
41.
flat, a bit of frustration.
Let's say
He does.
it's not a sprint though, and we alluded earlier to some of the fitness issues that he's got at the moment with that hip that's just
60.
been nagging away at him.
Yeah, you can't see it in shot, but while Peter's throwing, he's stretching his lower back. He's obviously in a lot of pain.
I don't doubt that he's taking legal painkillers of some sort.
Right, it won't hurt as much of losing a final like this, I can assure you.
Well, another treble 20 here would certainly make the pain recede.
100.
A little bit quicker.
Trophy will fit on your sideboard nicely, like it. He's not had his dark glasses here this weekend, Daryl, has he?
No.
59.
Right then, Daryl. Kick on in this leg. 2-leg cushion. Brilliant.
134.
It's more like him. Nelson again.
I wonder where his mate Tony O'Shea is right now. He won't be missing too much of this, I don't think.
No, he won't.
19. Daryl, you require 111.
111. He's had a 115. Treble 17 he's looking for tops. Got a lot of time on
17.
his side.
Yep.
That's better.
137. Daryl, you
So
require
9 double
31.
16, or it could be 1 tops. Double 16. It's not a bad marker.
9. Peter, you require 160.
Frustrated, isn't he?
Visibly. Although there is no. This'll lift Machin. There's nothing more frustrating than knowing how you can play and at what level you can play at, and then getting up there and it
100.
just doesn't happen.
Daryl, you require 32.
So this is for 6-4 for the 2-leg cushion.
Game shot
darts.
to the 10th leg. Daryl Fitton.
See how gingerly Daryl walks up to the board to pull his darts out.
Game on.
He's winning, but it's a bit of a battle.
Have you noticed that heart badge on the lapel of that
60.
shirt there? They're both wearing one. It's a charity, the Heart of Darts. My goodness, do they do some fabulous work.
$99.
Many
I
exhibitions.
see it, the little red heart there
Yep.
on the left-hand side of the collar.
Yep, they do some fabulous things. And the players will donate their time for nothing. And they raise absolutely
134.
thousands. I will say it's quite an astronomical figure that they've actually raised and donated to certain individuals and certain charities. Bought a
100.
wheelchair for a young man. recently.
There's a lot of good people involved in darts.
Yes, there is.
It's one of the great things about covering the sport.
Yeah, but there's very little exposure. It's not written about
97.
as much as it should be, but everybody tries and do their bit. But I can't fault the BDO lads. They give their time. Put on some fabulous shows as well. They have great lineups.
58.
Hopefully, I'll be doing 1 or 2 over the next 12 months. Try and do my bit.
Fit it into your crowded schedule.
Not many weekends off.
Good darts.
123.
Just when you think
one
of them's going to start
Peter, you require
getting on a bit of a run, this happens.
Treble 20. Bullseye now.
54.
So Fitton 144
144
for an unlikely strike against the throw.
Should be 1 double 16 when he comes back.
Peter, you require 33.
Machin, that is. Oh, 17 double 8 maybe.
Oh. Well, 3 double 15. However you see it, eh? There you go. All part of the grand master plan.
Peter Machin.
He knew what he was doing.
12th leg. It's Darryl to throw first. Game on.
A break at the end of this leg. And Fitton, well, he'll want to keep his throw. He just can't get going, can he? And he's, as we said, he's getting visibly frustrated by it all. Only got 5 scores over 140, which is very non-Fitton-esque.
Of 140 and over, yeah, just the 2 180s and the 3 140s. Needs to
100. $57. $100.
Oh, this is better. This is more like what we expect from Machin. 2 in and there's 3 in. His 3rd maximum.
5th of the match.
And Fitton's going through a bad spell.
26. Peter, you require
164 can be done. No necessity to go for it, of course, with Fitton back. Could do with a treble.
56.
Darryl really needs to find a big visit. He's got a switch now. He leaves 160.
56. Peter, you require 100.
108, and he's starting on the treble 20.
There's a break after this leg, and I think both of them will need it, especially Darryl. Going to need to regroup.
He's looking a wee bit jaded, isn't he?
Yep.
Good dart.
Long day.
Double 14 for a strike against the throw.
Most of the players were in
94.
around 9:30.
Darryl, you require 160.
Getting ready for those that were on at midday. And that was some near 10.5 hours ago that we went on air.
More
like it. Machin double 7. He won't necessarily go for this. I think he is doing, though. Hit the wire. And
shot
after
on the
two
12th leg.
sighters,
Peter
puts it
Machin.
in and gets the break he needs to square up the match, pretty much at the halfway stage. And they are together. 6-6. Who's it going to be? Daryl Fitton, the veteran from Manchester, or will it be Peter Machin from Adelaide? We'll find out soon. Welcome back to the Lakeside. We've got the men's final here for the World Trophy, and they can't split them. Daryl Fitton 6, Peter Machin 6, 1st to 13. Who's it going to be?
Yeah, nearly halfway there. Hopefully that break, both players had an opportunity just to regroup. A quick recharge of the batteries, so to speak, and get stuck in.
13th leg, it's Peter to throw first. Game on.
Well, neither of them performing up to the levels that they produced in earlier rounds.
No, nowhere near.
Is the little break going to give them a chance to kick on, put a foot on the gas?
45.
Well, not Peter Machin with his first visit. That's more like it. And again, fill it up.
140.
Well, it's better, isn't it?
Daryl Fitton has had two
97.
televised 9 darters.
Don't ask me where. Go on.
One at the Dutch Open, one at the Zuiderdown Open.
Both in Holland.
Indeed.
Both in finals.
About time he did one over here.
Yeah.
85.
That'd lift things, wouldn't it?
Certainly would. Lift their bank balance. 50 grand for a 9-darter.
Yeah.
Nearly as much as you're getting paid for the weekend, John.
57.
In my dreams.
I probably am. I probably
I'm
am.
sure you're not. I have been known to dream of some strange things, but you haven't figured.
Nightmares, then.
Oh, good dart.
Oh, another. Oh,
That's
One
an 18
100.
originally went that way, is it? The 18 would have left him 170. 140 would be perfect. Or a 136 if he doesn't want to risk it up there.
136.
Good call. Didn't fancy slotting in another treble 20, did he? So he's on top's his favourite finish. And Machin just has to
60.
hope. This would be a break of throw. And a great way to return after the interval. Well done.
Shot in the 13th leg.
That's better.
Daryl Fitton.
Hopefully that'll give him a lift, a break of throw.
14th leg, it's Daryl to
7-6.
throw first.
Make it 8-6 and then really kick on and get a bit of fire in your belly.
Nice cover shot. Well, he's certainly got that extra gear, hasn't he, Daryl? And here it is.
34.
Yeah, it's very best. It's a match for anybody.
A little bit unlucky. Oh, what a difference a 3-minute break and a couple of slurps of water make.
Oh, just to get off that stage and give your brain a rattle.
55.
Fitton not on a finish yet.
$57.
But not under any real pressure.
Nope.
He's switching his line of attack and coming down for treble 19, which he gets. That's a lovely cover shot.
96.
So 94.
Darryl, you require 94.
Going to use the bull here?
I suppose he has to. With Machin on a finish that only requires one treble in its combination.
69. Peter, you require 128.
Treble 18 should be his first port of call.
Certainly have lifted
Still finish, treble 20 ball.
Lift his spirits if he gets this away.
Well, lift ours as well.
Wasn't too close, that one.
56.
So 25 for Darryl. And is he making some more running repairs on his arrows? What's going on here?
Just getting a glass of water.
Darryl, you require 25.
Fitton raring to go. Double 8 now for 8-6. This time,
Game
yes.
shot on the 14th.
And again, he's 2 legs ahead.
Yeah, keeps doing it, doesn't he?
15th leg. It's Peter
Gets
to
himself a
throw
little bit
first.
of a cushion and then seems to switch off and go off the boil for a couple of legs.
He was the bookie's favourite, remember, Fitton?
Only narrowly though, wasn't it?
Yep.
57.
Currently, he's a 2-7
2-7.
favourite.
You wouldn't want to have a huge lump on that, would you?
Machin's
96.
5-2. No, I wouldn't have any confidence having a bundle on that.
60.
Both just finding it heavy weather, aren't they, at the moment?
Switching down below.
99.
Still Darren Fitton only with the 7 scores of over 145 over 142 180s.
21 ton pluses in total to 12
123.
of Machin, and that's probably the reason why he's got that 2-leg cushion. Can't leave a finish now after that, but can certainly put more pressure on the Machin throw.
101.
He's sort of halfway to breaking the throw, isn't he? Or
Machin loses this one. Fitton would only require another 4. And perhaps crucially it'd be another break of throw. Come on, he says. Been pretty poker-faced most of the way through the weekend as Machin, but he's getting frustrated. He's trying to rev himself up, trying to find himself another gear.
45.
ooh, lost his balance there briefly, didn't he?
125.
Last start, though.
W require 160.
So 160 for 9-6. Didn't threaten. That's
Another one of those leaves double 16.
Oh, brilliant.
128. Peter, you require 77.
Biggest moment of the match so far, John.
Double 10, he's got the treble 19. Oh, that's
Game
more like the
shot
Machin
and the
that we've seen in the
15th
previous rounds.
Peter
What a
Machin.
great clean finish.
16th leg. It's Daryl throwing
And under
first.
huge pressure there, he was at risk at going 3 legs behind and a double break.
He gave himself that talking to
57.
and responded.
Fitton just can't shake him off, can he? He's just hanging in there.
Daryl's averaging just under 87. He'd have been hoping for something
99.
10 more than that. His long career, if Daryl were to win this, take this title, it would be his 11th ranking title success.
140.
The crowd are a little subdued at the moment.
100.
Peter Machin has won 5 titles ranked by the BDO, all of them down under.
$98.
Well, Daryl's throw is just being stretched a little bit here again. Maybe the opportunity for Machin to break back. He's on a finish of sorts on 164.
45.
And he's going to have 6 darts from there.
It's just following that same routine, isn't it? He goes too clear, he pegs back, he goes too clear, he pegs back, and then for the 3rd time he's gone too clear and he's going to peg back.
Bullseye, if he wants it. He did want
He did.
131.
Sometimes you just want to give yourself a lift. That's what they seem to both be trying to do. They
139. Peter, you require
At last, he
33.
says to himself, but is it too late?
he's done it
Double
again.
15 again.
He's paid the price this time.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody who's
25.
deliberately
He's not, he's
setting
going
up
for a
double
17.
50s.
He's got to be going for a
Darryl, you
17.
require 60.
Has to be. You would never leave yourself double 15.
He has done twice. Tops. Double 10.
I shall send my ear to the ground to
Good
investigate that.
Shot in the 16th leg. Daryl Fitton. 17th leg is Peter to throw first.
Well, he looked for all the world as though he was
Hang
going to
on.
lose his throw there, Daryl Fitton. But somehow manages to hang on in there.
Yep, just about.
I like it.
140. $45.
Speaks for itself, that one.
Well, that's the pattern that you've been talking about again.
85.
I like it. If you didn't catch that, it's he's asking his teacher, Mrs. Pope, does this count as maths homework?
95.
Brilliant.
Good for the old takeaways. And combinations, realising that different numbers are made up of different components.
Mm-hmm.
$140.
Because Mrs. Pope's watching.
I had a music teacher called Mrs. Pope.
She a good darter?
No, I didn't go very often.
59. Peter, you require 136.
136.
Hence the reason why I'm not a musician or a brain surgeon.
40.
We like you being here, Chris. Don't beat yourself up. Fitton trying to ensure that he gets on a finish. Oh, look at that.
162.
Where has that come from, Darryl?
Peter, you require 96.
96 Machin. Double 18.
Hell of a marker.
Absolutely.
Straight into that dart.
78.
Over-adjusted.
Darryl, you require 140.
Well, he's just hit a load of treble 18s, so 2 more treble 18s leaves double 16. That's his 4th one on the trot.
That's
Made
his
that
5th.
5.
Double 16.
108. Peter, you
Works
require
so
18.
hard and gets nothing.
Double 9. Oh,
Yeah. Just looked
10.
twitchy, didn't he?
he was annoyed with
Darryl,
himself
you
there.
require 32.
And, tension just starting to mount on Peter Machin. Double 16 for 10-7 for Fitton. This time a lone shout of "come on" from a Fitton supporter in the crowd. He's trying to...
I think he's only got the bottom end to aim at.
No
Yeah.
score. Peter, you require 8.
So 2 4s.
A penny for his thoughts.
Oh, that's got to be a good marker. And there it
Game
is.
shot and the 17th man.
So 9-8.
Peter Machin.
Darryl would consider himself a little bit
18th
unlucky
leg.
there
It's
with the
Darryl
lie of those
first.
2 attempted
Game
doubles.
Well, he works so hard on the
18s were brilliant,
on the
weren't
918s to leave a shot off that awkward 302, and then to hit a further 2 treble 18s to get a shot at double 16. And he probably wouldn't have been expecting to get another go and then to get another 3.
95.
A break at the end of this leg.
99.
I wonder if it's going to be level pegging once more. It was 3-3. It was, oh no, it was 4-2, wasn't it? Then it was 6-6. Is it going to be 9-9?
95. $96.
I was talking to one of your old mates in the players' lounge who had a wonderful thing around his neck from one of his ancestors who'd thrown in the 1936 News of the World or something.
Would that have been Ashley?
That's Ashley, yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd had a, and he went back. He went down there and won it, and he was back working on the fields the next day. No big celebration for him, and
No.
55.
Ashley still wears the memento of his success.
Yeah, he's a tidy dart player himself.
43.
Proud of his Romany antecedents.
He sure is. And he even speaks all the lingo.
137.
Fitton's throw under pressure here. Break, as I said, at the end of this leg, and it's looking as though it could be Machin back on level terms.
A lot of fans around the
43.
London area who play a bit of darts will know who you were talking about. It's Ashley
140.
Holgate. He's been involved in around darts for many years. He's a good MC too. We do a lot.
Yeah, it is a bit on the exhibitions,
Yes,
isn't
he does. Yeah.
74.
Well, I think this is probably a
Now
must-take for Fitton.
135.
Bullseye will be his first target. A 25 leaves 110. That does not help at all. 18 for tops. And just
95.
fingers crossed.
So Machin to make it
Peter, you
9-all.
require 40.
Composed
Game
himself,
shot,
measured
the
himself,
18th play.
and finds the
Peter
game
Machin.
shot. And once again at the interval it was 6 apiece, and And now, as we go into our final break of this match, it's 9 apiece. It's still wide open. All, and a timely checkout for Peter Machin, the 42-year-old Australian. First to 13, and now we're really down to the business end of proceedings. One of these two players finally, belatedly, going to be able to take this by the scruff of the neck.
19th leg, it's Peter to throw first. Game on. .42.
Well, he did that after the last break, didn't he? Came back with something in the 40s, and Darrell eventually hit him hard, seized an advantage, which was then clawed back.
58.
Just beginning to sweat a bit. Machin.
39.
I wonder if that might just be the difference when it comes down to the denouement, whether or not the fact that Darrell has been there, done it, had success on the big stage before, whether or not that's going to be the key.
Will have to play its part. Mark Daniels and Jeff Smith and another fan there.
He's struggling
58.
here. That was a single 19 out of camera shot there.
99.
Thank you very much.
Dave loves the darts.
Dave certainly does, and Dave has also, as I can tell you, has brought you 34 hours of live darts over the weekend, and it's been our pleasure to be with it.
.60.
He's a long way back, and he's not making too many serious inroads.
30.
Well,
Darrell, you require
Fitton's really well placed now. 6 darts from here for the break of throw.
.42.
Things that make you go,
99.
Well, we continue with this.
102.
Still 6 darts.
Fitton of getting tagged back and then immediately breaking. Oh, that was literally smashed off the wire.
45.
Well, he'll come back with 57 required. What sort of inroads can Machin make?
Fitton, when he comes back, has a chance to go within 3.
98. Darrell, you require 57.
17 now tops, and within 3 it is.
To the 19th player, Darrell Fitton.
Crowd are willing him on. popular player, Darryl.
It's Darryl to throw first. Game on.
He's certainly not remotely touched the heights in this final, but perhaps now is the point at which he will kick on.
Oh, his last major televised title 7 years ago at the Zuidendam Masters. And he has had success in world ranking events.
German Open, notably, in 2014. Currently ranked 9th by the BDO. This performance this weekend will improve his standing there. The number 8 seed when it started.
The amount of ranking points on offer for this event. I'm sure all the tables will be updated tomorrow on bdodarts.com.
137.
Latest news and interviews.
Machin looking for an immediate break back, but that's a good response from Fitton. All the throws under a wee bit of pressure. Could do with a 140. It'd be pretty handy, wouldn't it?
Yep. Needs to move a little bit of room to the left. Yeah,
100.
Puts it in there.
Peter, you require 100.
Start suggesting that they're going to get 140s more often. 124 then, the checkout required for Machin. Great first start, treble 14. He's got the single for bullseye.
Ooh, no
81.
That was closer to the M25.
Double 18 for 11.9.
We're not far from the M25 here, are we, John?
No, not at all. Heading out that way tomorrow morning. And there it is. 11.9.
Darryl
Fitton now just needs 2 more
to throw first.
to take the title.
Game on.
Tony O'Shea said to me earlier on, I know I'm biased, but I think my big mate's going to win this.
58.
Cracking match against Jamie Hughes came through there.
11.9. You could be right. Just 2 from the title.
And take that 7-2 on shot that you were talking about from the bookies if they were to offer it me now. I somehow suspect it might not be there.
No. I think we'll just
check it out.
$85.
Darryl is a 2-11 big dog. Well, the big dog is 7-2 actually. Peter Machin.
98.
3.5 to 1. 2-11 on is Fitton. And that's going to, well, you know what's going to happen here anyway, John.
He's going to claw back,
isn't
isn't he?
It's going to go 11-all.
And then it's probably going to go 12-all when we go down to the decider.
123.
Well, 12-all, don't forget, got win by 2 clear.
Oh, of course, yes. And if it goes to 14, then we'd have the bull up and the one
Sudden
leg
death.
sudden death.
137. $65.
Can we buck the trend?
Machin on a finish of sorts, but Darryl now moving forward. I was going to say purposefully, the 5 wasn't what he needed, but that's more like it.
125. Peter, you require 170.
I'll have a bit of that 11-2 on, please.
80.
61.
Darryl, you require 61.
To buck this trend and go 3 in front for the very first time.
And then he'd be throwing for the match. He'd have the darts if he were able to take this out. Well, he was looking for 6 for tops and he's found it. Double top.
Game
and there it is. 12-9. He only needs one more.
Going to be throwing for the title.
22nd leg. It's Darryl to throw first. Game on.
Switching.
139.
He senses it now. And Machin, who's played with distinction over the weekend, hasn't really been able to produce it in this final.
36.
And now is looking as though he's going to be on the receiving end.
Yeah. Now he's cooking.
85.
Do at this stage.
Well, we've witnessed a few comebacks on occasion, Chris, in various tournaments. But this would be extraordinary if Machin were to be able to get back from here.
.48 in front, Fitton, plus these.
Oh, yes. What a time to be finding those darts.
3rd 180 of this final for Fitton. What a last leg to put in. Possible 11 dart leg to win it.
48. Darryl, you require 97.
Tops then for the match to be the champion. And there it is. Darryl Fitton, top of the pile here this weekend. Not a great final, but he really kicked on when it mattered. And he has taken this by 13 legs to 9. And Big Darryl will be absolutely delighted to be a winner once more. It's been a long time since he won a televised tournament. Fair play to Peter Machin. He's had a good weekend. That ultimately, I think, as we said earlier on, Chris, experience told.
Yes, in the end it did. When the frustration was there, he just managed to hold it all together and save the best leg of the match for the very final one to get him over the line. A 12 dart finish. And there he is, our champion. Totally agree with you about Peter. Had a fantastic few days, and
some of his performances have been outstanding. His match earlier on against Scott Waits will linger in the memory. Through really well then. There's the statistics of the match. Not great averages. Darryl getting the bigger scores, more 100+ throws, and that's probably where the big difference was, and a slight double advantage as well. But stats, ultimately there's only one stat which really counts.
Yeah, and that's his name on the pot.
Double.
Exactly.
W.
Yeah, won't be any averages on them trophies.
Well, it's presentation time now. We love Dave and Darryl. The crowd certainly do. Darryl Fitton's the champion and about to be given the presentation to recognise that fact. Once again, we rejoin our Master of Ceremonies over the weekend, Richard Ashdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome our presentation party. Dave Channel Executive Arch Dyson, accompanied by the BDO Tournament Director, Wayne Williams. To receive £10,000, the man that came here as our Australian regional qualifier, making it all the way through to the final. Our runner-up, Peter Machin. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the BDO World Trophy runner-up is Peter Machin. Ladies and gentlemen, to collect £20,000. The silverware, he is the 2016 Sports Direct BDO World Trophy Men's Champion, the Dazzler, Daryl Fitton! Ladies and gentlemen, his first major title on British soil, the Dazzler, Daryl Fitton!
Daryl, congratulations. You were just waving your trophy in the air to the crowd who've been behind you all the way. What have you got to say to them first?
Well, I'd like to thank all them lot over there for coming down. Well, we've not got that far to come, but brilliant. I'm really, they support me wherever I go, and we've become really, really good friends as well. I met them guys through darts, and this is for you guys.
You didn't make it easy on yourself, though. Oh, you went ahead, then Peter Machin came back. You went ahead, he came back. It was pretty much the story of the match. We saw a little bit of frustration at one point. How did you compose yourself?
Well, I got a bit bored. I was trying to save my energy. It's been a really long day for me, and I've got to carry this around with me all day. So it's been really, really difficult. I've got a bit of a bad hip at the moment, but I just tried to pace myself out and everything, and I just couldn't get into the game at all. And I think Peter was the same, and I'm sorry that it wasn't nothing like it should have been. But, you know, it's my first major trophy over here, so I'm happy. And at the lakeside as well, so.
Yeah, it's nice to see you up here, and I think the crowd really appreciate it. And you just said that, you know, you were pacing yourself a little bit, conserving your energy, and you certainly did, because you won the last 4 legs. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, I started, well, I hit the notes at the right time, so I'm really happy with that. So I got a couple of good scores, and my finishing was a little bit better than the last few legs, so I'm happy with it. I wish we'd have done that halfway through and got a bit of a lead, and then I could have tried a little bit harder then, so. Well, not tried harder, but, you know, pushed myself a little bit more, so.
Well, you did it in the end. Thank you very much, and congratulations. I'll let you go and greet the crowd.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you. We've got much more reaction. Join us after the break.